Welcome! Today, we're going to talk about a common danger that could be a lot closer than you think, maybe even lurking in your kitchen right now. It's an invisible threat for sure, but it's one you absolutely have the power to stop. So, let's get right into it. What exactly is this hidden danger? We spend a lot of time worrying about what's in our food, but what about the microscopic threats that we can't even see? Well, one of the most common culprits out there is a bacteria called Salmonella. Okay, so to fight this thing, we've got to understand what it is, right? You have to know your enemy to defeat it, especially when that enemy could be hiding in plain sight, maybe even on your dinner plate. So what exactly is Salmonella? Well, it's a type of bacteria from a big family called Enterobacteriaceae, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a gut bug. It's this tiny, rod-shaped organism, and it's a major cause of foodborne illness all over the world. Let's break down its key features for a second. It's mobile, which means it can swim around. But here's the most important part for us. Its heat resistance is low. That is its Achilles heel. Proper cooking temperatures will kill it, and that one fact is absolutely crucial. We're gonna come back to that. Alright, so how does this bacteria even get into our food and into us? Well, the ways it can spread are actually pretty diverse, and the symptoms it causes, they can range from just really unpleasant to downright dangerous. And honestly, the risk is pretty much everywhere. We all know about undercooked chicken. That's the classic example. But Salmonella can also be hiding in raw eggs, unpasteurized milk, and even on fresh produce like tomatoes or bean sprouts if they've come into contact with contaminated water. And here's something you might not think about. It's not just about what you eat. This bacteria can spread directly from animals to people. And what's really important to know is that the animal carrying it might not look sick at all. This is especially true for our cold-blooded friends. Get this, it's estimated that a whopping 90% of reptiles, like turtles and lizards, carry Salmonella. They carry it on their skin or in their gut without getting sick themselves. And this is a huge risk, especially for young kids who might touch a pet turtle and then, put their hands in their mouths. So let's say you've been exposed. When are you gonna know? This timeline is key. Symptoms usually start to show up somewhere between 12 and 72 hours later. This window helps you trace back what you might have eaten or what you came into contact with that made you sick. And believe me, the symptoms are not pleasant. We're talking high fever, really bad abdominal cramps, diarrhea, the whole 9 yards. But in some cases, it can get much, much worse, leading to neurological issues like headaches and insomnia. In really severe instances, especially if it's left untreated, a Salmonella infection can actually be fatal. Okay, that was the scary part. Now for the most important part. What can we do about it? How do we turn this knowledge into action? Knowing about the danger is one thing, but preventing it is what really matters. And luckily, the steps are surprisingly simple. It all comes down to 4 basic principles. Think of it as clean, separate, cook, and chill. Clean your hands, clean your surfaces. Separate your raw meats from other foods to avoid cross-contamination. Cook your food to the right temperature. Remember, that's Salmonella's weakness. And finally, chill leftovers right away. Let's put this into practice. It means do cook your chicken all the way through. Don't use the same cutting board for raw meat and then for your salad. Do wash your hands after playing with your pets. And don't eat raw cookie dough with uncooked eggs in it. See? These are simple, everyday habits that make a world of difference. So let's wrap this all up. If there's one single thing to take away from all this, it's that the power to prevent this illness is quite literally in your hands. Here's the bottom line. While Salmonella is a real invisible threat, it is almost entirely preventable. You don't need some fancy lab or special equipment. Your absolute strongest defenses are just simple, consistent habits of cleanliness and proper food handling right in your own kitchen. So that leaves us with one final thought. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, what's one small change you're gonna make? Maybe you'll start using a different cutting board for meat, or maybe you'll be more careful about cooking temperatures. Whatever it is, the choice you make today could be the very thing that keeps your family safe tomorrow.